What you think? What you think?
Hello, this is Drac Attack, and this is Plus Profile number 27. A Plus Profile is where I take fans of the upcoming MMORPG, Pantheon Rise of the Fallen, and I tell you some of their cool MMORPG stories, and tell you about what class and race they want to play, and just all kinds of other fun and interesting details. Today, I have Dymlos. Now, this is a special one for me because I've known Dymlos for 20 years. We actually attended college together, and we actually started playing EverQuest together. And we've been gaming through different MMORPGs ever since then. And he decided finally to hook up with me to do Pantheon Rise of the Fallen. So this is super fun for me, and I hope you enjoy it.
Character name, as with every RPG I've ever played, it's going to be Dymlos. Race and class, definitely up in the air. I am leaning towards a enchanter, but all the enchanters in our guild are gnomes, so well, other than two. But so I'm thinking about switching up to Darkmar. How was that pronounced? My good friend Drac of now 20 plus years, like every RPG, has told me what I should be playing, and this is just the next in the line. Now, that was about 2 years ago, and now we've got a little more excitement about it, so I've decided to get a little more active about it as well. Yes, I am currently a recruit for the Plus Guild. Looking forward to meeting everybody. Well, there's only one game that has brought me back multiple times, and that is EverQuest. Drac and I have played so many together that they're countless, and I've forgotten more MMOs than I can remember, but we always keep coming back to EQ just because it's so consistent and difficult, and it's not a pushover. All my favorite stories come from our first adventures together when I was a druid. I always called myself a corrupt druid. We had Drac, who was the Shadow Knight, but for whatever reason decided to play the worst Shadow Knight ever and be an erudite. I don't know what he was thinking with that one. And then we also had a third friend that played a human necromancer. And so the three of us, though an unlikely trio, made the best of it. And so my favorite story for sure is when we were working on my epic, the old salad shooter, and we needed to get to the Lake of Ill Omen to go find a corrupt barracuda. And so we got there, and I think we had the best luck ever. And I think it was either they're waiting for us or maybe only 1 or 2 kills. But the reason it was my favorite is because, well, it was just Drac and I for a little while, but then our third buddy showed up to help us kill it. But the two of us could not take it, so we didn't want anyone else to grab it, so Drac just fear-kited and ran around with the corrupt barracuda while I tried to keep him alive with my terrible healing. And finally, our necromancer buddy showed up, and we were able to take him down. It took forever. 3 people doing damage on something like that just took so long. But eventually we whittled it down, and we did it ourselves. We didn't have to ask for anybody else's help, which is always a boost in the old confidence in gameplay. Most difficult, I really, really disliked going to take Lady Vox. I just really dislike being feared and being pushed out of the room. I remember one Lady Vox raid, and one of my very first ones, she feared me, and I ran out the door and into the place where like all the other little mobs were spawning, and I died down there, and someone had to come get me for a corpse res. I felt like such an idiot because I didn't know where I was. I just got feared and fell into a hole, and a bunch of stuff killed me. So she's probably my least favorite memory, but as far as most difficult or one that really sticks out to me, I really enjoyed the Plane of Sky. That was we got as far as the level that has all the bees on it, and to get all that honey and stuff. That was a really difficult one. There were so many of them, and they were fast, and it was a tough one. I don't know if I ever got past that level, so that would probably be, in my mind, the most difficult one, or the one I have the best memory on. I'm sorry, all you PvP people out there. I don't know why you even play these games. PvE all the way. I love teamwork. I love strategy. You will never catch me in any PvP zone unless I'm forced to go there. I feel like this question is pretty loaded because you have to have a main to be able to do alts. The best part about alts is twinking them out and getting them all the best armor possible. So I definitely will have a main. It will go to the max level, and then once we hit max level, I will likely be starting an alt as long as I can afford its sweet armor. This is another question that it has to be forced upon me. I refuse to do any real crafting unless, like with EverQuest, where if you play an enchanter and you get all that enchanting of gold and all those precious metals, you kind of have to do jewelry, or if you're a shaman, you have to do alchemy. That's the only time I would ever do any real crafting, unless, of course, we go back to Velius days and we're trying to do that shawl quest where I have to do a little bit of every stupid crafting thing. Sorry, all you crafters out there. I'm not hating. You do your thing, and I need to buy your items, but I'm not doing it myself unless I absolutely have to. Well, big shout out to Theric here. The craft dinner, or macaroni and cheese as we call it here in the Midwest, is the one of the best things. And the way he makes it, that's the exact way I make it, Theric. So kudos to you. Using the same spoon that you made it to mix it up. Yeah, and eat it. Oh yeah, no dishes. That's the bachelor style life right there. Just right out of the pan with the spoon. Perfect. But for me, my favorite food is something that doesn't get on the keyboard or the mouse, so it kind of limits my options here. But if you've ever had those, they're pretzels that have peanut butter in them. They're like little nuggets. And those things are little pieces of crack that just are delicious. The other one for me is, as far as like drink goes, I'm your typical gamer. I love Code Red Mountain Dew. I don't care what anybody says. That stuff is delicious. And you want to know why it's so delicious? And this is where you can put the nutritional facts of Mountain Dew compared to Code Red Mountain Dew. But it has an additional 30 grams of sugar inside it. It's wonderful. And I just can't do it often because I'm going to put on a ton of weight if I just binge drink that. Well, probably, when I buy a new computer to play Pantheon, because my Surface Pro here is not going to handle it. Well, it might, who knows, but I'm not going to play it on here because it's too tiny. But my favorite piece is definitely my old Naga mouse here. Having these buttons on the side when you're a caster is just so invaluable, especially going back to EQ, of course. I played a bard there at one point, and not using that before that little melody thing went in where it auto plays your 4 songs. Being able to just click, 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 click is so nice. Very convenient. No, I try to fly under the radar. I don't really have many social medias. I have a Facebook account, but I rarely use it. I try to stay off of social media. There's a lot of hate out there, and I don't need any part of that in my life. Yeah, I just wanted to say I'm super excited to play with everybody in my new Plus Family Guild. I hope to group with all of you very soon. I will say that the reason that Drac keeps me around is because I am like the Ronick of his party. I try to be the funny guy. I have no problem with saying stupid things or putting my foot in my mouth or just really anything for a joke. I'm not going to die all the time, but I will make you laugh. Gone back and forth on this. Drac and I have had this conversation several times because I'm really excited about it. But now with this new $1 million or 7-digit, whatever they're plugging into it, I am moving up my date. I'm going to predict that it will be Christmas of 2022.
Never let the truth fade away.